Whoosh! What's up, YouTube? Someone commented and said that they want to see a video breaking down how to get my vocals to sound so good. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can go from this Hallelujah and Hallelujah to this. Hallelujah and Hallelujah. I know it was the blood. It could have only been the blood. That sounds freaking fantastic. That is quite the difference. So pay attention. You might learn something. Please like, comment, subscribe if you have not already, and buckle up for a very informative video. So we're mixing in Pro Tools because I love Pro Tools, and it's the only DAW that seems to like my aggregate audio devices. So here I have my vocal and my guitar and my pad, which you can't even really see the pad. It's there, I promise, with nothing on it. So this is what it sounds like with nothing on it. I know it was the blood. And of course, I have my master going, so I've got a little bit of IDX and then a limiter, but that's it. That's just so it's at least somewhat loud and usable, and we're gonna mix into all of that. So step number one for any signal that you get ever is always gain staging. Gain staging matters so much, right? Step number one is always going to be gain. And so for gain, the way that I mix, the way that we mix at Emperor Audio, we use Studio Verse from Waves for everything. The reason we like Studio Verse so much is because there's this knob here that works as a digital gain knob, which we use for broadcast or in the box. This is a great way to control gain after the fact, right? So what I'm looking for is for at this loud portion of the singing, I want the gain to be in a good place. So I don't want it to be overbearing. So I'm gonna hit play here. But spotless, let me tell you, it's only by the blood. So I'm gonna take down about 1.5 decibels of gain there. And then let's check the gain for the guitar as well. Step two is always going to be EQ, or an equalizer. There are so many videos and so many strategies and so many philosophies on even what an EQ is, on why you even EQ, on the purpose of EQ. An equalizer is basically a tool to accomplish a sonic goal that you have. That's the best way that I would describe it. So, for example, with my vocal here, right? Let's take a look. Let's listen to this. Am I soloed? I'm not. Let's solo this. Let me tell you, it's only by the blood. So on that on the blood, I heard a lot of low end stuff. After spending so much time with like doing many of these a week, as you guys see that I do, you kind of figure out what you like to hear, but also what you like to see and start with. So like I can already tell you to start the kind of vocal EQ that I like. I'm going to pull up a low cut to at least like here-ish, 300-ish. I'm going to carve out a lot of these low mids. I'm going to carve out definitely that. And then from here, it's a guessing game that's very like take specific on what I'm going to do with these sibilance things. Does anybody want to be holy in a righteous, purified, spotless? So you'll see me do this a lot in my videos. I can hear a certain thing that I don't like, so I'm going to take this band and I'm going to push it up and sweep it until I find it and yoink it out. That's what I'm doing right now. Righteous, purified, spotless, let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Does anybody want to be worthy, forgiven, justified, really living? Let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Now, great, that sounds really good. Step three is, for me, definitely compressors. So I've been experimenting with a lot of compressors lately. That being said, pretty much the best and the brightest compressor in general for vocals, or for a lot of things, but especially vocals. No one's gonna fault you for using an 1176 or the CLA 76. This is a clone of a very famous compressor. It's been around for a long time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the loudest part, which is definitely here. Louder part, and then just for a B, or even potentially a double stack, the 3A can also go pretty well. Purified, spotless, let me tell you, it's only by the blood. I think in this instance, I'm gonna stack both of these.
Purified or spotless, let me.
And I can hear those S's are really hurting. So step 4 is gonna be de-essing. De-essing is so crucial and so important.
Forgiven, justified.
Yeah, I can hear some stuff happening, so I'm gonna try and fix it a little.
Purified or spotless, and hallelujah. I know it was the blood, it couldn't.
Okay, I heard something there and I pulled it out. Turns out when you have all those compressors, pulling some mids can help. So then we're gonna hit it with, at the tail end, I'm gonna hit it with a multiband compressor. C4 is fine. And then the basic multi preset on these is incredible.
Everything changed. It's getting harder to recognize.
And just the A-B here, check it out.
I was before I encountered.
So like that sounds fine, but it sounds, I don't know how to describe it. It sounds really linear, like really flat. If I introduce this.
Everything changed. It's getting harder to recognize.
There's things happening there sonically. Like it's hitting the different bands differently in a way that makes it more interesting to listen to.
Everything changed. It's getting harder to recognize the person I was before I encountered Christ.
We're gonna throw some auto-tune on there. That's like a bonus thing you can do. I wouldn't say it's like a step, but you definitely can. You might notice that this sounds better than raw, but it doesn't sound professional. And that's because there are a lot of other things that we need to do. So, thing number 1, we need to change it from being all of these raw channels directly into the master, from being these channels into their buses with auxiliary sends to different effects and all of that combining into a submaster, then into the master. This is real mixing. This is real intelligent mixing. So check this out. First, we're gonna introduce a bus for the lead vocal. What we're gonna do is on the studio verse stereo for this bus, for this lead vocal bus, we're gonna do some things. A really good bus compressor, in my opinion, is the API 2500. I love the API 2500. I think it sounds fantastic. It's a very good emulator. It's very yummy. It's very, very delicious and everything. I think it sounds really, really good. With all of these compressors that we're gonna be stacking in this plugin chain for this whole mix, we're basically just we're sprinkling some analog goodness, because we are obviously not analog at all. This is all digital. The only analog part of this was my microphone and my guitar, but none of these effects are analog, and analog gear just has a better feel and tone to it. And so the way that you can kind of replicate that within a DAW is to sprinkle some analog flavor. And so this is one of those analog flavors. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen to this with the API and maybe just fine tune an EQ curve a little bit.
The blood, it could have only been the blood, and hallelujah, and hallelujah.
So then, gonna hit it with some C4.
About performance, perfection, or striving for acceptance. Let me tell you, it's only by the blood. It's never been about deserving or earning. It's a gift that's freely given. Let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Does anybody wanna be?
Okay, we currently have a pretty comprehensive vocal chain. Again, just so you can hear where we were before. Raw, right here.
Only by the blood. Does anybody wanna be holy and righteous?
So then with a little bit of yummy.
Only by the blood.
That's great.
Does anybody wanna be holy and righteous, purified or spotless?
Okay, great. So step number whatever is to use intelligent bus processing. Now that we have these buses, we can actually do some cool stuff. On lead vocals, you have these sends here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get this other bus here called VoxVerb. Yay, VoxVerb. And so then I have the send level here for this fader. I'm gonna push this up to probably like -5, -10-ish. Let's go -10. And then I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to put F6 right here, my favorite EQ in the world, and then I'm going to put H-verb. You don't have to use this reverb in particular. I just like this reverb because I'm familiar with it straight up. So, for example, with just this raw E, let's see how this sounds. It's going to be way too much because you have to tame your reverb, but let's just see how this sounds.
Really given, let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Does anybody want to be holy and righteous, purified?
Yep, it's too much for sure. And that's okay. It's just going to be. The best way to tame a reverb is to EQ it. So that's why I have this EQ at the front end here. So we are just going to do this by ear here. So let's hit play and let's just EQ out the nasty things.
Really given, let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Does anybody want to be holy and righteous, purified or spotless? It's only by the blood.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So we've still got a lot of things that we can do here. I would say this is like the second to last step in my opinion. You gotta have parallel compression. So there are a lot of ways that you can do this. This is one of those tricks that if you can nail, makes you sound really, really professional. A preset that I have here. I want you to listen. I'm gonna mute the effect so you can hear it. I want you to listen to the vocal and listen to how wide it gets in your ears as I turn this output knob up.
Really given, let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Does anybody want to be holy?
It gets very wide. That's obviously too wide and it sounds funny. So you want to turn this up to the point where it doesn't sound insane.
Really given, let me tell you, it's only by the blood.
Right there. Once you put all of this into a comprehensive mix that has really good glue reverb, so I'm going to put that on here real quick. So now we have all of our stuff set up, at least all of our bus routing and stuff. I haven't heard it yet. That guitar could sound a lot better. So something that I do, I'm wasting time at this point, but something that I like to do is I like to kind of copy the vocal doubler thing. Give the guitar a little bit of wideness, and there's just some EQ stuff that I'm not loving.
Oh, everything.
Woo! Sounds good. And then I want to gate on my voice so you can't hear me huffing and puffing like the freaking big bad wolf.
Oh, everything changed.
Guys, come
It's
on.
getting harder to recognize the person I was.
Guys, come on.
Before I encounter Christ, I don't walk like I used to. Yeah, I don't talk like I used to.
Sounds
I've been
fantastic.
washed from the inside.
Sounds fan-freaking-tastic, dude. Trying to save. Okay, it's saved.
I've been washed from the inside. And hallelujah. And hallelujah. I know it was the blood. It could have only been the blood. Hallelujah. And hallelujah. I know it was the blood. It could have only been the blood. Who did? Who? I cannot explain, but nothing's more real than this. In the presence of God, oh, what my heart experienced when my shame hit the wayside, and my sin met the Most High. I've been washed from the inside. I've been washed from the inside. And hallelujah. And hallelujah.
The only real like critique you can give that is that there's just a little too much reverb, so I'm just gonna pull it down. Can now's not enough.
I cannot explain, but nothing's more.
Just so you guys are aware, we started here.
Hallelujah and hallelujah.
This is just a before, right?
I know it was the blood. It could have only been the blood.
And we are ending here.
Hallelujah and hallelujah. I know it was the blood. It could have only been the blood.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Honestly, I started recording this video. I didn't know if it was going to be good. I thought it was going to turn out terrible, but that sounds really good. So I really hope this was informative. This is how you can get your vocals to sound really good and creamy and crispy like butter. Just like Bethel, just like Elevation, just like all the other churches. So if you enjoyed, please like, please comment, please subscribe. And I'll be making all kinds of content like this for the rest of time. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.